We're going live. We're trying to fix it right now. Hey guys, we are at it again. Welcome to Kim and Credit Cow Thursday Night Cream. We're at it again. We're trying something different today, guys. So bear with.
Just deal with it.
Yeah, just deal with this. Thank you for your patience. We're actually shooting from a radio station called The Frequency, so we can do a podcast and everything along the way. So thank you for your patience and invite some people. Come on in the room. We are here to answer your questions like we do every single week. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. We are here with Credit Cal. We're also here with Lady Latina from The Frequency, guys. We're actually in The Frequency. So you guys, we want you to ride this wave with us. Come on and ride The Frequency with us. All right. So get ready. Get ready for a night full of financial wealth, a night full of excitement, a night full of education, and a night full of frequency. So yeah, we're going to talk about tonight, guys, is financial wealth and how to build with real estate, right?
Yeah, I build with real estate, for sure.
Right. We're usually on different platforms, guys, but we are here live and in person. We're up close and personal. So you guys come on in. Let's all get together. All right. So what do you want to start off with? First of all, I want to introduce the lady with the mostest. This is her establishment here. We are here at the Frequency of Colorado. She's been doing amazing things for our community, being the biggest event planner for our community. She is setting it off for not only me, but so many influencers around our community. So without any further ado, I want to introduce Miss Lady Latina from The Frequency. Lady Latina, give it up for us, please.
Okay, first of all, I wanted to say I appreciate the invitation. I'm really, really excited to be here with both you all. Seeing as we just met a little bit a while ago and our journey just taking off so well. So I appreciate you guys coming and just letting me be a part of this journey with you all. We started Frequency a little while ago. I'm on my way to financial literacy, you know what I mean, and becoming comfortable with my money. As a woman, we're not always put in positions where we're able to feel that way, so I'm putting myself in that position and it's uncomfortable. So you're making it, you know what I mean? Miss Kim jumped aboard with us, The Frequency, and helping me make sure that all my paperwork and everything's in order. Because as women business owners, that's really, really important. So, and now I'm here, hanging out with y'all today, and I got some questions. So I'm getting ready to, start my journey with the taxes and then, going on forward with my credit and all that fun stuff. So we're repairing, working on different avenues to generate more money, which that you've already, I'm actually aboard and I'm doing some things right now with you all without even being all the way on board. So, it's definitely a journey. So.
It really is. And one thing I appreciate about you is you pretty much already have your ducks in a row and you're not thinking that it's going to be a overnight success. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I appreciate about you is your patience. Yep. So you want to elaborate on that? How are you able to juggle the home life as well as the business?
Well, first of all, Miss Kim, you give me way too much credit. I'm going crazy like everybody else. No, COVID's got everybody that way. No, really. First of all, congratulations to anybody that was able to go through COVID with their small businesses, that was able to survive through COVID with everything going on, and even starting businesses during COVID. That was really a big deal, seeing as, it was just a hard time for a lot of people economically. So what I did was I just was able to tap into my passion and find a way to generate money from it. And then with me doing that, it kind of took off so fast now that I'm getting to that part where I'm feeling stable. That's where I'm at now. It's like, okay.
You said something that was key. You said you was able to tap into your passion that helped you generate, the passive money that you get. I think that's important because we need to do that. Tap into our passion. A lot of people just actually tap into stuff that really ain't even their passion. They just do it just because they want to make money. But making money don't really mean that it's your passion. So now you switching jobs and you switching careers.
Well, because you know what, Kevin, this is what I think. The entrepreneurial spirit isn't something that's cultivated here. We don't cultivate within each other, especially in the brown and black communities. We don't cultivate coming out and starting businesses, especially women. I'm Hispanic. Miss Kim is African American. We're not celebrated a lot of times, even in those arenas. We fight and fight to get to positions where we can help other people to come, to that. So I think entrepreneurship is, we don't celebrate that enough in our communities, which then leads to economic illiteracy.
Yeah, right,
we don't even know. We don't even know what it's like to own a business, or my children are watching me and I'm still struggling to learn how to run a business because we're not taught that in schools. If you go to, depending on your zip code, you're taught that in school. Yeah. we know there's a bigger plan with that.
Depending on your resources, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people pretty much actually get better depending on their resources. So if you don't have the resources, then now you limit it to the capital. And if you limit it to capital, you can't send your kids to certain schools to actually get certain educations. So you limit it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's super important that because we are getting financial literate and we are understanding how to actually literally be free, then now we get to tap in and actually do something different. I mean, if you want to get some different money, you got to do something different too, though. So
amen.
That's the whole purpose for us actually talking about credit, and now we tapping into real estate investing, which I'll be talking about. Guys, I want y'all to do me a favor. If you guys can share, like, subscribe while we all on here and ask questions, we could be able to interact with you guys, because that's it's y'all who actually keep us going about with the questions and whatnot. So we just up here giving you guys the education and letting you guys know our experience, but at the same time it'll really be beneficial if you guys was to ask us questions and because we don't know what you guys may not what you guys lack, and if you guys lacking something, here's the time to ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? So with further ado, this is Miss Multimillionaire Kim, and this is
that's right.
Lady Latina.
Multimillionaire. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and speak to it.
But you guys, I need you to do us a quick favor. If you can hear us, can you please put a 1 in the comments? Please, if you can hear us, put a 1 in the comments. We are sharing a microphone, so just help us out with this setup. So if you can hear us, please put a 1 in the comments. And like Multimillionaire Cal said, please share. We are building our platform, because when we grow, y'all grow. When y'all grow, we grow. So, and thank you. I'm so glad, Kate, and you can hear all three of us clearly. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We want to give you guys, we want to be effective when we get to y'all. We don't want you guys to, just be listening and you can't hear it, because the whole purpose is a twofold thing. You got to listen and hear.
Amen.
If you just listen but ain't hearing, you do something wrong.
I'm just listening right here.
So we got the go ahead, and everybody can hear us loud and clear. And we did have a platform laid out for you guys as far as doing the real estate investing. But you guys know how Cal and I do. We let the spirit lead us. So ain't no telling where we might go tonight, okay?
Tonight gonna be exciting, y'all.
Yes.
Excited. Why? Because the simple fact that I'm about to really educate you guys on how to get started in real estate investing. Like, this stuff I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I feel like I would have did it prematurely. And I never want to do anything prematurely, you know what I mean? Because it's unhealthy. So right now, guys, the stuff I'm about to be giving y'all from here on out, it's going to be 100% healthy. So it's like, if you're a woman, when you having that baby, you want that baby to be healthy. You see what I'm saying? You don't want it to go before its time. And I didn't want to go before my time, so I feel like it's my time. So I got something good for you guys. Stay tuned. Share this stuff, y'all.
Share.
Because I'm telling y'all, what I'm about to text y'all, even though this whole thing is cream, credit rules, everything about us, I'm about to show y'all how, in the next couple of weeks, how to actually obtain a property without credit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to eventually need credit in what you're doing to actually capitalize, you know what I mean? To actually, get more proceeds and funding and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you guys how to obtain a property without credit, little to no money, and a whole lot of fun, y'all. Whole lot of fun.
And what I'm going to do, can I tell what I'm going to do?
Yes, tell them.
And what I'm going to do is ask a whole bunch of questions. See, just like this. That's what I'm going to do.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and look beautiful.
There it is. Oh, you did that so well, Miss Kitty. Do so.
Thank you. We do have a question, though, in the audience. It's from Arlita Moore. Arlita Moore wants, her question is, what is the best way to begin to rebuild your credit?
You want to answer that? Go ahead.
Sure.
And I'll piggyback if you need me.
All right. First of all, it all depends on what's actually on your credit. But to rebuild your credit, you want to, first of all, we got to understand, do you already have any ongoing credit? Do you have any derogatory items on your credit? If you have derogatory items on your credit, we will work to have those either removed. We'll dispute that to have them removed, or either to reflect paid as agreed. So that's one way to help build your credit. Another way is to start adding positive credit mixes, like secured credit cards. We have a rental reporting service, guys, where we could take the last 2 years of your rental history and have them report that to two of the credit bureaus. I believe it's TransUnion and Equifax. We all know that the apartment complexes, they know how to report you if you guys are evicted, right? So we know they know how to report. So how about them report some positive stuff and just instead of the negative stuff? We also have a savings account loan where you put so much in there every month, anywhere from $25 to $250. And it's a savings account. So at the end of your term, you get your money back. And we're reporting that to all 3 credit bureaus as a positive trade line of credit. So get at us. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time to start rebuilding your credit if you haven't already.
Can I answer the question
real quick? Absolutely.
So what is the best way? I'm going to repeat it. Mrs. Moore said, what is the best way to begin to rebuild your credit? That's a good question. I will honestly say to understand, to know what's on your credit. That's the first thing I would do to understand what's on my credit report. Not too much of the score. Your score is based off of what's ever on your report. So if your report is showing something different, that's because that's why your score reflects off of your report. So just understanding your report, first of all, and you could go and get that at annualreport.com. That's totally free. You could get that 3 times a year. 3 times a year at annualreport.com. You can go check your credit. It's totally free. Now, they're not going to give you a credit score. They're just going to give you a credit report. And on your credit report, it's just a list of longevity of, what you've been doing. So on your credit report, you might see several names, several addresses, several businesses that you worked at, things of that nature. You got a question?
Yes, that's my first question. When you're even going into looking into credit, which ones is the best? Because Equifax isn't that better to go to the Equifax one?
Equifax, yeah.
Is it better to do that one with all 2 of them or all 3 of them, or is it better to do the one you just said? I'm just saying when you're starting, I just listened to that and that's a good question. What is the best way? So who do I start with even going to find out my credit score?
I would suggest for sure, annualcredit.com. You go there. They're going to give you all 3 of them. Now, out of all 3 of them, the best one, the most popular credit score that everybody, or credit bureau that everybody report to, is Experian. Experian is number 1. Then it's TransUnion and Equifax. So if you ever notice that your Experian credit might be better than your TransUnion, and TransUnion for sure is going to be better than Equifax. So you want to look at it in that order, but for sure, that's what I would do. I would just pretty much just go look at the annual credit report. It's a lot of them, y'all. You can go to identityiq.com. They're going to charge you $1 for 7 days. Okay. And then after the 7 days, they're going to charge you $24.99 or something like that. Okay. And they're going to give you a score and your report. You know what I'm saying? They give you a score and your report. They actually is a credit monitoring system. So they monitor what's going on with your credit, how to help you with your credit, and things of that nature. Who I use, and I'm talking about, man, they probably should pay me because I tell a lot of people about this, is MyFICO. MyFICO. MyFICO actually gives you all 3 credit scores, all 3 reports, and then it'll also give you 4 different versions. See, a lot of people don't understand that. You have a credit card version, you have an auto loan version, you have a mortgage version, and then you got a regular just loan version.
And an insurance.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, insurance. So these are different versions of your credit. So when you're going to go get a car loan, they're not looking at Credit Karma. That's why Credit Karma is not accurate. Because Credit Karma is only accurate when it's pertaining to you actually getting credit cards. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose. You got Credit Karma because you got credit cards. But if you want to go grab a car, that new Benz you want, then you want to go to a company or a monitoring system who's going to show you your credit score as far as your auto loan. You know what I mean? When it comes down to your auto loan, because there's going to be a different number. Your auto loan is going to be totally different. So let's say, for instance, my credit score might be 755, but my auto loan might be 760 something or a little bit higher. Why? Because they report that every time I make my auto payments. They report that. So people don't know that. So at the same time, MyFICO, MyFICO, is a good credit monitoring system I will use.
How about my guys?
Keep having the questions.
So let's say I'm building my credit. Okay, so let's say I did the expedient and I find out I'm like at 520 or something, whatever, just realistically. Okay, now everybody tells you one of the first ways to go build credit, and I don't know if you heard this as well, as they say go and get go to K Jewelers and get some jewelry or something. Go get a secured credit card. Go put money, 300 on a secured credit, 500. What would you say would be the best thing? Is it go get
a secured credit card or something like that,
or go buy K Jewelers and buy something like that, and then put money. Like, what would be that? What next step after that?
You want to answer?
Well, I mean, I could, but you guys are on a roll right now, so you're doing so well.
I see your question too, man. I'm gonna answer your question too, and I appreciate you saying that.
Yep.
But I will honestly say, go and get, first of all, try with your banks before you go out and you try with these jewelry places and things like that. If you got banks,
secure credit card, just ain't trying to get a secure credit card.
Go with your bank. Ask your bank if they got any credit cards that they recommend that they give out. And you can actually start with your bank. I mean, because at the end of the day, everything's going to be ran through your bank too. Mm-hmm. So whenever you pay your credit card, you paying it through what? Your debit card, which is connected to your bank. Mm-hmm. So my first thing, what I did was I went directly to the bank. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Directly to the bank, and I asked for credit cards, and they gave me limits. And now I started using them. So that was the first thing I did. I did go get a Capital One card. I didn't go get no jewelry card, nothing like that. Because a lot of times.
But do you know what I mean when I said that? Okay, so
those are like,
oh God,
it's good. It's very beneficial. But I would recommend that me because I mean, when I go get jewelry, not buy cash out. I ain't trying to.
Okay, well, but this is normal folks. You know what I mean? I'm talking about K Jewelry in the city of their mom.
And also, another tip I want to tell you, didn't mean to talk over you, but you want to know what your credit score is as well before you have people pull it. Right, because if their minimum credit score for you to get approved is like 700 and you're at a 580. Be like, do not pull my credit
because you get knocked. That's another thing people sometimes don't know. You get knocked every time they see or they take out something like a credit card at the Old Navy. Like they get you like, hey, we can take 25% off if you do it now.
And that's called a hard pull.
I fell for that.
That's called a hard pull. But that's something you can ask your creditors. See, when you start asking questions, you control and understand the situation you're in. So I ask the creditors, like, who do you guys report to? Do you guys even report to any credit bureaus? Is it a hard pull or soft pull? Hard pull just pretty much means that we're going deep into your credit score and your report, and we're trying to see if you really qualify. We can trust you. So they got to go deep into it. A soft pull, it's like you don't get no inquiries for a soft pull. That you can actually, all of them you can inquire and dispute. But a hard pull is typically, I mean, it could be anywhere between 10 to 25 to 30 points. You know what I'm saying? And then now, if you already knew, like you said, which was very good, if you already know what your credit score is, and if it's already below the minimum, what they require, you don't want to get hit again. You know what I mean? Just to try to get right back up. Come on, that'd be crazy. So, yeah, you most definitely do want to check your credit score and your report and see what you got on there, and then start asking these guys questions.
Okay.
Because nobody has a right to run your credit unless you give them the authority to do that.
Everybody else can have a turn now.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew, we got you. We got you.
What Matt say?
He said he's given us more advice on what to do when you are starting to apply for credit. So he said, get a secure loan, withdraw it, put it into your savings account, and then set up an automatic payment 1 month ahead until it's paid off.
Come on, Matt.
That will build credit. That's a good idea.
Okay, so I'm going to take that idea.
To get a secure loan, which means that you're pretty much using your own money.
Like I was telling you, you use your own money.
Which is much better than a secured credit card. Because with secured credit cards, what I find is they're going to get you with that annual rate off the rip. So say like it's a $200 secured credit card and they charge you $95 annual fee. So they're going to take that annual fee, the $95. So then you've already over 50% of your utilization. So that's going to kill your credit score right there.
And it all depends on your situation, because with an unsecured credit or whatnot, when you use your own money, it may take a little bit of time for them to actually, not even report, just for them to actually increase you. So they normally like to do certain lenders and banks. Well, I ain't gonna say lenders, the banks. Once you use your own money, after 6 months to a year, then they'll match you. They'll start matching. So it's good in the long term, but if you actually look at, but all credit cards are like that. They pretty typically don't even give you raises until after 6 months. You see what I'm saying? So either or is whatever you want to do. But a lot of these credit cards, when you're doing your own money, they pretty much only let you put in like $2,000. You know what I mean? No more than, I've seen some of them let you do like $10,000, but other than that, they'll match you. So
Okay.
if you find somebody when you do put up your own money, match you with the same funds, that's dope. So if I got 10 and you got 10, now I got 20 or $20,000 credit limit.
And then you put
good.
that in. That's what you secured your loan
Yeah,
with. You
yeah,
put it in your secure
yeah.
loan with that. Okay, don't mess around with
So
me.
If you have 5 people with 5, we're just gonna keep it basic. 5,000. They might not got 10,000. 5 people with 5,000 is how much?
That's 25,000.
So now you open up a bank account with a secured line of 25,000. Now they match you. Now you got 50,000. Go use that money to go get your business.
That is right. And we go into our neighborhoods and get them back.
Neighborhood Cow gonna tell you how to do it.
Neighborhood Cow. And we have another question from Arlita Moore. Should I try to have stuff removed from my credit report, or should I wait it out?
No. Don't ever wait. That's a great question. Now, look, I'm glad you asked these questions because there's a lot of people who want to watch it and are watching it that may not ask these questions. Don't wait. There's a lot of people over the years that thought that maybe I should just go ahead and let it fall off. Let me tell you something. If that's the case, then look, you might as well just bury your own self. You see what I'm saying? You want to go over there and fight for it. I don't care if they deny you the first time. They're not going to deny you the second time. Why? Because there's certain rules to this. The first time they might deny you for the simple fact, after you write these letters, and which we do, we got a business, we got a company that actually write the letters for you. They write the letters for you, or you can do it yourself. And we'll probably talk about that a little bit later.
Dispute letters?
Yes. There's certain dispute letters you got to write.
That's
there's
what
certain,
I need to do that too.
There's not, and I'm talking about the way that the computer system read it. It's called eOscar. It's a computer system that actually looks at what number. It's a number. Everything is a number system. So look at a number system. If your number system, as far as like, I want all this reported, disputed off my credit, then they know you serious. So now they got 45 days, 15 days to send it from the credit bureau to the creditors, and then the other 30 days to actually send you a letter. If they don't send you a letter saying that is who you are that person, verified, then guess what? They gotta take it off. It's a law. You know what I'm saying? Federal Credit Reporting Act under Section 203, number 3, Roman numeral B. That's exactly what it is. They have to take it off.
Yep.
Because the first time, I'm gonna tell y'all what they do. The first time, if they don't take it off, and they say, you know what, that was you, they lying. You got a second option. Do it again. And on that next one, say, look, underneath the Fair Credit Reporting Act 203, number 3, Section B. You have to take it off because you got to verify this was me. Ain't nobody going to jump in your body and say this was you. You got to verify this is me. This is not me, X, Y, and Z. So once you say that and say, look, I'm about to file a lawsuit, guess what? They're not getting little to no money doing this. So, what's the first thing they're going to do is take you off. So now they're going to take you off and remove everything on your credit that's not supposed to be on your credit. And that's the way that people need to understand. And what we do, we sit back and we let time tell and let time go ahead and progress. And we could have been got this stuff over with. And we could have been got in that new house. We could have been got in that new car. But we didn't know, so we didn't write these letters. You see what I'm saying? And then when we do know, a lot of people don't make the time to write the letters and send it off to these credit bureaus.
Yeah.
Don't call them. Write the letter. That's a letter.
What it is. It's hard. I'm not, and you have to, it definitely is a challenging, it's just challenging, like working all day, you go home, you still got to work on your credit. I wonder, and this sounds kind of crazy, but is there like support groups for like when you're trying to learn credit, like Credit 101?
Absolutely.
And things like that for like when, beginners where you might get overwhelmed or something and there's classes or something. I think that might be a good idea. Encouraging classes or something to learn about.
And that's why we decided to do this program however you want to call it, this platform, right? This platform every Thursday to actually educate you guys and let you know, like, you don't got to wait to actually get this stuff removed. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to wait to learn. You know what I mean? That's totally up to you, but you don't have to. So we're teaching people right now. And in our company, we have a do-it-yourself, and we also have other representatives who will do it for you. So if you don't have the time, like the first question I ask people when they sign up,
like,
first thing
find somebody.
Yeah, the first thing I ask people when they sign up is, what is your greatest necessity? Is it money or is it time? And I gotta ask this. Why? Because if you're not pressed on money because you got money, you go ahead and just let somebody else do it. But if you like, look, money is a problem right now, I don't got to, I got to save up my money, then you better have time.
Because that's what at different parts of your life or your journey is going to be different times.
Yeah,
you will have more time than money and more money than time. Because right now, there was a time like a couple months ago, I didn't have no money. So money was a priority. Now it's time. I got a couple dollars. I need time.
Yeah.
I'll pay for somebody that knows how to do grants or knows how to do the paperwork. Then
that's professional and still learning the process. And that's what we're doing. We're teaching people how not just to understand credit, but continue on doing it. Even if, let's just say, like we're a business, our business may fail, something may happen. You still know how to control it and deal with it and operate it underneath it without our permission. You see what I'm saying? Like you. So that's the whole purpose of us not just doing it for you, but we teach you how to do it for yourself. You don't have to, but we still gonna teach you how to do it for yourself.
The education.
Yep, the education.
The education. Well, thank you, Howard. Thank you for tuning in. You stay blessed as well, and thank you for the prayers. We really appreciate that. We do have another question, guys. So Mark Anthony Bates, hello, Mr. 800. Actually, for all of those who don't know, Mr. Mark, I'm always bragging on him. Mr. Mark Anthony Bates is actually an affiliate of Nove that has hit the 850 credit score numerous of times. He's still over 800, guys. Okay, so if you guys please share our platform and get back with the affiliate that shared the platform with you. We're all in this together. We're nationwide strong. So it doesn't matter who you sign up with or where you sign up. We all got your back.
And what you're signing up into is actually getting educated on how to repair and fix your credit and keep it like that. I can show you how to get it, but it's up to us to keep it. You see what I'm saying? So now we teach you how to keep it.
The whole platform, and then also, yeah. Good catch. Thank you for that. So he's saying, what's the best way to acquire investment properties without having a realtor or realtor license?
Hey, Mark,
or
give me a thumbs up, brother.
Score?
I see that. Yeah, look, we got that coming up. Like somebody had asked that a little bit earlier, and that's good. So what is the best way to acquire investment properties without having a realtor?
We'll ask the expert here.
Or a license or even a great credit score. Wholesale. One of them. Look, I'm gonna break some stuff down. Wholesaling is super good.
Y'all taking notes.
One thing you do not need with wholesaling is you do not need realtor license. I don't got my license. I haven't had my license. I ain't gonna get my license. And before I even tell you what a wholesale is, let me just break it down as far as a realtor. A realtor has to have license because they are a section underneath a different code in the world. You know, they're underneath a brokerage. So you got a brokerage who actually have the realtors, the agents, that's who they are, the realtor, the agents, actually go out and find properties and sell and post up properties for other people who don't want to do it.
So that's right? A broker?
Yep. So a broker actually is like the foundation. A broker is the person who owns the whole platform, right? So they have agents who actually work for them. So like, let's just say like Keller Williams. Keller Williams is a name brand, right? Mm-hmm. It's a name brand that everybody knows. So Keller Williams will have certain teams of realtors who's going out there representing either buyers or sellers. So if you want to sell your property, you're going to get with a realtor, right? You're going to get with a realtor, and the realtor, all the realtor going to do is pretty much ask you questions. If little, they should, an experienced realtor to ask you questions and see why you want to sell it. So therefore, when they do pull it up on an MLS, multiple listing source, and that's a platform that everybody get to see. Investors, other first-time home buyers, the world get to see. It's nationwide. The realtors just put it on the platform, and when they put it on the platform, they sit back and chill and wait for a cash buyer or a first-time home buyer, call them and say, hey, I want to buy this house. Mm-hmm. So their job is easy. They don't do nothing, but at the same time, they're going to get a 4, 5, 6 on up commission. So you paying these guys to do what? List your home, right? That's pretty much what you do. Or you pay these guys to find your home. So they're just like the middleman, right? So that's what a realtor is, or a real estate agent. They're the same thing, a realtor, real estate agent. But when you wholesale, you are pretty much on your own. You are the middleman. You see what I'm saying? You pretty much are the realtor. You stay in the middle. But wholesaling is different. Because you wholesale, you got to typically want to get it underneath a nice little discount. You see what I'm saying? You want to get it underneath a nice little price. And when you get it underneath a nice little price, then now you can sell it to whom I call, which I am, an investor. An investor is somebody who strategically look at properties and buy them either to actually fix and flip or rent and hold. Those are two other strategies. So you got wholesale, right? If you guys writing this down, you got wholesale, and I'm gonna break that down.
Okay.
You have fix and flip, and then you got rent and hold. Wholesale, fix and flip, rent and hold. All three of those is played by different people.
So do you need your a good credit score for either of those?
No, you don't need no credit. Even though I know this is C.R.E.A.M, credit rules everything around me, I'm gonna teach y'all how to buy and structure deals without having no credit. When I first got without using your credit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. See, so I got somebody over there in the background said that's what they need. How do you buy properties without credit? Wholesaling, right? So wholesaling will be pretty much like this. You have to understand when you wholesale, you have to understand numbers. And this is a great formula. So I want everybody to write this down. This is the formula. Without this formula, it's going to be hard to wholesale. Mm-hmm. So it is ARV, mm-hmm. which means after repair value.
If somebody want to go ahead and put in the comments for us, ARV, which is after repair value.
And if somebody want to put in the comments, he talking. So I know I got to keep talking, and I'm educating y'all. Then at least I know I'm getting encouraged by doing that. So ARV, after repair value, right? Times 70%.
Oh, okay.
This is the formula that you got to always follow. Mm-hmm. Times 70% minus your repairs. It's going to cost you to do this home, right? It's going to cost you to do this home. That's the whole purpose. Okay. Minus your assignment fee.
There's more minuses?
Yep. It's the last minus.
Minus assignment fee?
Yep, assignment fee. And that equals your MOA, maximum allowed offer. This is how much you're going to allow. You know, you just how much you're going to offer for the house. So let's just say, for instance, MOA, maximum allowed offer.
And that's the maximum.
Yep, that's the maximum. So it's ARV, after repair value, times 70%. Y'all, when y'all doing this, you got to literally put the percent sign in there. It'll be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing 0.07, just put 70%. 70% sign minus your repair cost. So how do you get ARV? Now, this is all wholesaling without having any credit, right? This is how you're going to do it. You don't got to go to the bank because you stay in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stay in the middle, so you don't have to worry about any bank loans. You don't have to worry about, conventional loans. You don't have to worry about realtors, any of that, because you are going direct with the seller. So let's just say, for instance, Lady Latina, you want to sell your home, right? You want to sell your home, and let's really do some numbers. You want to sell your home so you guys can get it for $100,000. Mm-hmm. So my job is to see what the ARV is. The ARV, that means after it's been repaired, how much is the house worth, right? So after I done did all my hooking up, how much is the house worth? Now, how do you find your ARV is by actually understanding the comps. The comps is the comparable homes around the area. So what's sold? So you're going to always have like 3 different prices. You're going to have what you want to sell it for. I'm going to have what I want to buy for, and I'm going to have exactly what it's sold for, the current price. Now, on the MLS, with the realtors, they are Zillow and Trillia and Griffin, they're going to show the market price. This is saying like this is what the market says. But at the end of the day, you don't want to go off of market price because market price could change. What's really current is what actually sold. So if I just seen a house sold 2 weeks for $120,000 and then another house sold for $130,000, your house is worth $130,000 after repair. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what sold. So that's how you get started appreciating homes, because you start seeing what other homes are selling for. But then you got to ask yourself, why is this house selling for $120,000, $130,000? That may be because they might got more, a room in their house, more bedrooms, more. You might have hooked it up, updated it, renovated it. Exactly. Yeah. You might have did some stuff, so that's why they're asking for that price, and they know they can get it, right? So when you looking for ARV, you want to look for other comps around it, because that's the first thing I ask people: how did you come up with that price? So if you want to sell your home for $100,000, I'm asking you, how do you come up with that price? And you'll say, well, that's because my neighbor sold their house for $120,000, so I feel like I can get $100,000. Well, my first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on Zillow and I'm gonna look up your neighbor house and I'm gonna see what did they do. And a lot of times on Zillow, you can see if they rehabbed it, if it's look junk or whatever. And you can also see the price. Zillow tell you a lot of good things. Like, this is what I started doing, y'all, without having no license, none of that. All I did was just hopped on Zillow, Redfin, and I just started looking at addresses. Also on Zillow, you have a county website. They give you all the information as far as who owns that property, what mortgage do they owe, mortgage, delinquency taxes, all that stuff. So all that is great information, and it's free.
Where can we get that information?
Zillow.com.
Off of Zillow?
Yeah, you said something about this. Zillow.com, and it's underneath like the homes and features right underneath it. So you gotta go through a little bit, scroll down. It's gonna say county website. Every Zillow has to have a county website. That county website, what I would recommend, everybody has a partial number. You copy and paste that partial number, you put it inside the county website, the treasurers. Once you put it inside the treasurers, you just put that partial number in there, and all the information of who owned that property and how long they owned it will come up. So now this is how I find direct buyers, like the homeowners. Instead of me going through the realtors and all that, this is how I find who owns this property. So now I just skip trace it. I skip trace it. You got skiptrace.com. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of people that you can actually skip tracing. What skip tracing mean is you actually tracing the first and the last name and you getting the number.
I done that with collections.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You skip trace it. So what you do is when you skip trace it, they give you the email, the address, they give you other addresses, they give you several numbers. You just
relatives.
Yeah. All type of stuff. So now you just got to figure out what's the right number for you to call. Once you call these people, then now so I'm gonna go back to the example. You want to sell your house for $100,000. Okay, so bam, $100,000. So now I know ARV times and this. I'm asking you a proper question. Have you fixed up your house? Mm-hmm. What's the last time you updated anything? Mm-hmm. What's the year of your house? You might say 1940. Okay, we in 2021. So that means I got to make this house HG 2021. You see what I'm saying? You ain't did anything since you've been in there or since the last, the previous owner. Right. So I got to come in and do some work. So my job as a wholesaler is to actually talk you down because I got to go in and either fix it up or sell it to somebody, an investor or a fix and flipper who has to fix it up. So my thing is actually getting at a lower price. So now I'm asking you, have you renovated the home lately? Have you painted this? Is the appliance updated? Is the roof fixed? Things of that nature. Mm-hmm. If you answer no to any one of them, I'm deducting the price. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? This is how I'm deducting and negotiating my price because you haven't did anything with the roof. You haven't had a furnace. Your furnace checked out. Your water heater is probably going bad. And you didn't have it for the length of the house. So this is things that I know once I buy it, I'm stuck with, right? Right. So once you do that, once you go ahead and you do your due diligence, that's what we like to call it. You do your due diligence, you ask some questions, you looking around the neighborhood. Now what you're going to do is now you subtract. You use that formula, ARV times 70%. The reason why they say 70% is because the tax is going to at least take 30 to 40% taxes. So you got to always pay Uncle Sam, right? You got to pay them. So that's how you got 70%. And this is a discount formula. 70% and then minus your rehab. So now, Lady Latina, you might say, okay, I might got to put $20,000 for rehab costs, right? So now ARV, right, times 70%. Let's see you pull out your phone. I want y'all to get active because this is how y'all gonna figure it out. Once y'all get the math, because it's all the numbers. I think I said this a couple days ago. I don't sell properties. I sell numbers and I buy numbers. Mm-hmm. So if I show y'all the numbers, I don't care what it is. If it's a good deal and the numbers right, you're gonna buy it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to buy it. Right. So ARV, let's see you do this. ARV times 70%.
Okay, so my ARV.
It's 100,000. We already know. We're just going to say 100,000, right? We're going to use, this is an easy formula. Let's say you didn't go through your comps, right? Okay. You didn't go look at all the properties around to see what they sold for. So right now you say, okay, I'm going to do what you asking for. ARV, so it's so do $100,000 times 70% minus. Yep, just go back. Times 70%, then put the percent sign, minus 20,000. Because through the information that I'm giving you guys through the example, it's going to take 20,000 to actually, repair, right? Mm-hmm. So now you want to subtract. What do you want to make out of the deal? Normally, an assignment fee, that's why I say you sell your assignment as a wholesaler. Normally, an assignment fee is anywhere between 2,000 to 10,000. I've seen people sell their assignment contract. So it's a contract. Sell their contract for 15,000, 20,000. But I'm gonna tell you, when you try and be greedy like that, me as a cash buyer, an investor, I don't want to rock with you. I'd rather go ahead and buy 5, 6, 7, 8 houses off you for 5 to 10,000 than 15, 20,000, and you ain't do nothing. Only thing you did was collectively get information, and you selling me a paper, and I'm going in and doing the work. You see what I'm saying? So because I know the game, I don't let them out hustle me and trick me out of my position. I know how much I want to buy these houses for because I know how much I got to put into it. And I know what you really didn't do and what you did do. Mm-hmm. So normally you want to sell your property anywhere between your assignment 2 to 10,000. Quick flip. And I'm talking y'all, we could do this in 10 or 15 days. Less than 30 days. I done sold 10 houses and I did this once a month purposely. 10 houses just like that. And I made 10,000 each house. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get taxed because I stayed in the middle. So the whole purpose, let's do the math real quick. So now you got ARV, which is 100,000,
right?
Times 70%,
yep,
minus 20,000. What
right.
We got left?
50.
We got 50,000, right? So I want to sell my contract to you, right? Let's just say you're the investor, Miss Kim. Lady Latina want to sell it for 100,000. now this is how I know what my number is. I want to sell it to you, right? For I just say 5,000.
Okay, so minus 5,000.
So minus 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
You got 45,000. So 45,000 is my what? MOA, my maximum allowed offer. That's what I'm going to offer you to buy your property, right? So now, how did I come up with the numbers? Because I see what your house is worth. I see how much work I got to put into it, and then I got to sell my contract to somebody else. I don't want to buy. Now, this is without using no money, right? No money, no credit, no bank loans, anything. You stay straight. I'm in the middle, just like right now. I talked to you. You told me what you wanted. I negotiated with you. We negotiated $45,000. You said, okay, cool. I sell my house for $45,000 because why? If you don't, then look. If you want me to buy 400,000, I need you to put this repairs. Are you willing to do these repairs? Are you willing? I just want to get rid of it. I'm tired of spending money, extra money. So the reason why people sell is because they got headaches. You want to find somebody who's motivated. I'm tired of having this house. I can't sell it. No other realtors can sell it. I just need to hurry up and get out of my house. But you got to be truthful. When you know numbers, then people understand. I see why you want to, buy for 45,000 because you got to put in the work.
So then the person that's we ended up with the 45,000. That person that's selling their home, that's what they're walking away from the table with.
Well, no, because you got closed. Well, if I agree, which the wholesaler agrees to pay for the closing costs after taxes. Now, y'all got to always understand taxes gonna always be inside of this. You may not walk away with a whole 45. After taxes, I would tell you, taxes gonna take 40% from you. 15 up front, 25 on the back. Right. So take 15% from 45,000. That's what you're gonna walk away with. Okay. I do this like night and day. I promise you. I know this like the back of my head.
So the homeowner will walk away with a little less than 45,000. Yeah, what would you get as the middleman?
So bam, I'm selling now. Watch this. Now we do reverse. I now know that the house, right? The house can go for 100,000, maybe 120. All you gotta do is now I'm selling it to you. My contract. I'm selling my contract for 55,000. It all depends. Remember, I told you I want to make 5,000.
Right.
So if I want to make 5,000, I'm gonna sell you my contract for 50,000. Really, 5,000 my contract. Give me 5,000. You can have this property for 45,000. See why I came with the 50,000? They gave me 5,000 for my contract.
You wanted 5 extra.
Exactly.
So you said 50,000.
So give me the 5,000. You can have this paper, right? Because all this is on documents. You can have this paper. The lady signed over her contract to me, so I now own the property for 30 days. Or whatever you negotiate, 30, 45, 90 days. I own it. I do whatever I want to with this property. She trusts me. So in 30 days, I got to find somebody like
You're just the middleman.
Yes, that's all I have.
That's how you do it with no credit, no money,
no loans, anything. You stay in the middle.
You made your connection. You profit off of what you and her base, your conversation or your contract off of, then you went percent
exactly.
There. You made a flip.
You flipped it.
So that would be considered a fix and flip?
Nope. A fix and flip is when you go through and you fix it, and then you flip it to an end buyer. An end buyer will probably be somebody who's a first-time home buyer.
So what was that transaction?
That was just a wholesale. That was just wholesale.
That was wholesale. Okay. See, there's different meanings to these.
You got A, B, and C.
But it's definitely the same. It's like a formula.
It's the formula. This is actually what realtors do and agents use, but instead they get a commission. They don't know numbers, guys. Only thing they know, see, they're in the middle. They showing you properties that a Lady Latina want to sell. So you want to buy it, but they showing you properties they put the properties, the ARV, to a maximum potential. Why? Because they want to get more money off of your commitment. They work off of commission. Me, I work off of numbers. I work off of strategy, off of what I know. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't put my feelings into a fact fight. I'm giving you facts. This is what your house is really, need to be paid for if you don't do X, Y, and Z.
Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't have feelings.
They
so you be all right.
And this is why I love real estate. Real estate is the greatest tool that you can have underneath your belt. Outside of, not even stocks and all that. It's real estate because you got 100% control. And at the end of the year, while all y'all guys is getting taxed, they paying me back money at the end of the year. Why? Because I own properties and I'm keeping them as rentals. So now I could defer that, or at the same time, only property taxes that I have to pay. Only tax I have to pay is property taxes. Anything else, I do not get taxed at the end of the year or anything. Why? Because my job as an investor, when you rent and hold, now this is the rent and hold strategy. When you rent and hold, you're actually keeping the community underneath the government, what you want to call the government guidelines, and you're doing them a favor. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't rent your home out, then guess what? Now the government has to do it, and then now they got to put the work and the money and stuff into it. No. They get their money when you do what you're supposed to do. They gonna get paid anyway. So that's a beneficial for us when you keep them as rent and holds. Now when you keep them when you do like fix and flips, then you are getting taxed, because anytime you take on some type of capital gains and you exchange property for money, the tax has got to be in there. But when you do rent and holds, the reason why you don't get taxed is because when you do rent and holds, you're not exchanging a big large sum of money. You're making payments. You know what I mean? Like this is like a loan process. You know, through a long period of time, then I'm getting payments every month through what we call either mortgage or rent. So you cannot tax what you actually getting paid underneath the table for, which is mortgage or rent, right? So when my tenants is paying me rent every month, clockwork, because they are on Section 8, they can't tax me for that. So I go take out a mortgage on these homes, right? I go take out a mortgage on this home, and when I take out a mortgage on the home, like for instance, I just bought a house for $5,000. I bought a house for $5,000. I had my guys, my contractors go in there and fix the whole thing up. Once I got done with the house was worth $85,000.
Okay.
If I would have sold that for $85,000, they'd have took 40%. I put $30,000 into the house. So I'm 25. So I put $30,000 all together. $5,000 of what I paid the seller, and $30,000 in rehab, fixing it up. I'm sorry, $25,000 rehab and fixing it up. So I'm all in $30,000. So if I'm about to sell it for $85,000, and I know that the government is going to take 45%, that's like $25,000-$30,000 in itself. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm all out $60,000. I already made $30,000. I'm like, and I got partners. That don't make sense for me. You see what I'm saying? I did all the work. I put all the sweat into it, and I'm making a little bit of money. So that's why I transitioned from wholesaling to rent and hold, because when you do fix and flip, the government is always in your pocket. Whoever doing fix and flip is always getting robbed, because you get a lump sum of money. You put all this work into it just so they can take 40% out of your check. And I mean, so why do that? So when you rent and hold, right? When you rent and hold, you don't take a lump sum of money. You take either a first month and a last month deposit, and you put some tenants in it, and the tenants pay you cash flow every month. So you go to the bank and you tell the bank, hey, I got a rental property that goes for $85,000, right? And when you go to the bank is now going to give you anywhere between 70 to 90% LTV, loan to value, for your house. So when the bank just gave me, after everything was said and done, they gave me almost $55,000, right? They gave me $55,000. I don't have to pay that back. Who paid that back? My tenants. So I just got $55,000 cash, right, in my deposit. So what I do, I pay my overhead. You know what I'm saying? I gave myself $25,000. I put the other $25,000 into another property. I literally don't use none of my money. I use all the bank money and other people's money and save my money. I only use my money when I got to do, like,
OPM.
Yeah, when I got to fix them.
House you already got.
Exactly, the house you already got. They actually built the equity into it. So once you start doing that, then you understand, like, the banks is there. Their whole job is to lend money. They don't make money if they don't lend money. So me as an investor, they have to give me this money. That's why when the economy messed up, what are we looking at now? The PPP, they giving out business loans. I'm getting a lot of y'all money. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of the economy money. Why? Because I'm putting it right. I'm stimulating the economy by putting it right back into these houses. And these people with Section 8. So it's a whole little cycling thing.
Yep.
And that's the rules of real estate, but people don't want to follow. They just think like, oh no, I'm gonna do fix and flipping. Fix and flippers don't make no money, y'all.
Right.
They might tell y'all they netted $100,000, but when it all said and done, whatever they took out, the taxes, the closing costs, it's a lot of fees. They ain't net that, y'all. I'm telling you 100%. I net when I'm telling you I'm net. I don't owe nobody nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you pretty much do the rent and hold strategy, and that is a whole lot better than the fixing and flipping. You see what I'm saying? So either way that you can take it is an awesome way, but I like to go with the best way possible. You see what I'm saying?
Man,
and wholesaling and rent and hold is the thing.
He is dropping some serious gems tonight, you guys. I hope you guys are taking notes. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are taking notes. I know I am. And
if it makes sense, it's most definitely gonna make dollars.
Right.
The low income neighborhood I grew up in, there was one guy who owned like 15 houses in the neighborhood. Renting to everybody.
Right. So, and when you rent to everybody, the reason why they can't tax y'all on it is because there's a loan on it. The government cannot tax loans, and think about it. The bank is federal. You got state taxes, you got federal taxes. Your income tax, right? What you got to pay? State taxes and federal taxes. I get all your federal taxes. The state taxes go to the schools and the prisons and all that. So I don't get none of that. I get every federal tax. I get a lump sum of money at the end of the year while y'all get y'all money taken out.
Mm-hmm.
The 9 to 5 W2 people, y'all get. I'm getting all y'all money and y'all working hard as
y'all hear that?
I'm getting all y'all money. Why? Because I'm keeping my rental properties. And when I keep my rental properties, because they depreciate, or because people got to mess up, you got maintenance fees. They got to give me back 12% depending on how many properties I got. So if I got 100 some properties, 12%, 100 some properties, you do the math. They got to pay me to get all this stuff back fixed up and looking good to keep my, people in the community. I'm helping stimulate the community. That's why real estate is so key, and that's why I tapped into it, because I like control. You can't control nothing else that you do. Real estate, you got 100% control only if you know the game. If you don't know the game, don't play it. And if you're going to play it, pay somebody else to play that really know what they're saying. A lot of people don't invest into real estate because they think it's risky. It's not risky. The investor is risky. I'm a real investor. I really know numbers. Like, that's how I make money and sell money. It's numbers. So people they get emotional attached to their properties and this, that, and the third, and the cash buyers get emotional because everybody want to do it for money. I do it for the value. How can you win? And how can I win? How can you win? Right. I'm in a win-win-win situation for everybody because the numbers made sense and I'm not greedy. Mm-hmm. So I sold it to you for $50,000, right? I made $5,000. I'm gonna stick to my word, $50,000. You probably already know contractors and people that ain't even gonna charge you $20,000. They might charge you $10,000. So you just made, when you sold it for $100,000, you just made $40,000. I made $5,000. You as the cash buyer made $40,000 when you sell it to somebody for $120,000. Mm-hmm. It's just like and I hate to say it, but it's like the dope game. You got.
Are we getting too deep?
Look, we're in Colorado, so this is 100% legal. You have dispensaries. You have what we call black market, which is the middleman, and you got consumers. You got customers. If they don't got no red card and they looking for the bud, and we ain't got no recreational ones that's 45, 40 minutes, you're gonna find somebody middleman. That middleman is gonna go to the goddamn dispensary, buy for a certain price, you know what I'm saying, cheaper, sell it to you and make their little money. It's the same difference.
It is the American way. Stop the madness.
That's how long I've been flipping like that.
You guys, I'm going to go ahead and go to the audience. We're going to do a little reset right here. First of all, if you guys are just now tuning in, welcome to C.R.E.A.M, where credit rules everything around me. Right here with Kim's Credit Leverage, where I teach you how to leverage what you have in order to get what you want. Also, we have multi-millionaire Calvin Allen in the house over here building neighborhoods, we promise. Yeah. We're also in the presence of Lady Latina with the frequency tonight. Hello. Let's give it up for Lady Latina, who's doing so much around.
I appreciate hanging out with y'all and like learning stuff. So it's good vibes and great energy. And good information.
So I'm going to go ahead and go to a few comments.
Please like, share, subscribe, y'all. I'm sorry.
And yes, tap in.
Tap in, share, y'all, because I'm dropping juice every week. I'm dropping juice. It's free. And I'm teaching people how to do it. So when y'all see me here in the summertime, me hopping out on blocks, I ain't selling no coke and none of that. I'm selling hope. I'm showing people how to really go and buy stuff and accumulate ownership. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, man, ownership for the black and the brown community is a powerful race.
Yes. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I want to do. I want to give us and show us how to have ownership. And when we do, man, we're going to be a powerful race.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one thing about our company, you know what I'm saying? We're more than credit. We're a whole ownership preparation family, if you will. So we're teaching you how to own, whether it be property, businesses, own your own lifestyle. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. Owning your own lifestyle. At the end of the day, that's the beginning. Is owning your own lifestyle. If you don't own your own lifestyle, it's
taking control of your life.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's the first thing I did when I jumped into real estate. I took control of my life. That's why I said the first 2 years I didn't make no money purposely. Mm-hmm. I mean, I made a little bit of money, but that wasn't no money. I understood how I fit into the game. I understood how, like, my life into what I was doing. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And I want to tell somebody, like, if you can't sell it to yourself, you dang sure ain't gonna sell it to nobody else. So if you're not real to yourself, how can you give somebody else the real? They gonna know a mile away you bullshit. Right, you know what I'm saying? You faking, you lying. I had to experience this stuff. Because I experienced this, I could give y'all from the heart one-on-one fundamentals on how to do it. Everybody else is gonna charge you. Why? Because it's not really pure. They looking for the money. Man, I got so much, I'm cool. I just want the value. I always want to help. You see what I'm saying? When I help people, the gratitude of people want to give me is beyond money. You see what I'm saying? I have people want to give me houses and other cars outside of money. You know what I'm saying? I can use that product. Give me the product. I don't want to.
But I don't want the audience to misconstrue the word free. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It may not be a cost to you, but in the back end, we are, paying it forward. We're paying it forward to you. So there's no cost to you. But there are things, guys, that do cost. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things that you are going to have to pay for. It does take money in order to make money. So we
But
need
it
to
really don't. Real quick.
But
It
that
don't
free,
take money to make money.
but
It
that
takes,
free
it,
mindset
it
that
just takes
people
a mindset. Because I'm trying to tell you, I didn't use no money. So we can't really say, like when people say take money to make money, and it ain't calling nobody out, it's because you don't understand how money works.
But what about that word free now? Either you're going to pay with money or you're going to pay with time. Because
Exactly.
they thinking they ain't got to put
Well,
nothing
true,
in
yeah.
and they're
It
going to
takes
get a
time
whole
to
lot
make money
out.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Because time is money if you think about it. The time is money.
True.
So if you wasting time, you waste some money. If you late, then guess what? If you late on your job, then guess what? You're not getting the minimum wage that is due to you. See what I'm saying? So time is money. But what I did was I learned how to think for myself, and I started thinking for other people. So I got other people who wants to give me all their money. Why? Because they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They got the money. I don't got the money. So it takes money in an aspect of other people's money. It don't always take your money to make money.
Okay.
It just took a willingness and being able to be like, let me get educated.
It takes money to make money, just use someone else.
Exactly, bro. It takes somebody else's money to make money. It don't gotta necessarily be your money.
There you go. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the game that they never taught us.
That they ain't gonna teach, bro. But why would they teach us this? Because, like I said, when they start teaching us this stuff, we are powerful, y'all.
Yes.
Powerful.
Yes.
You gotta think. All right, so look, back in 1862, Homestead Act, 1862, when Abraham Lincoln had got assassinated, they allowed everybody, the black family, to actually start getting free property. Right? It's called a Homestead Act of 1862, where you could get free property. Even still to this day, you could go and get free property. When Abraham Lincoln got assassinated, they took that back from him. They gave all the black people, all the slaves and all that, we was able to get land. Once he got assassinated, the colonels and all them other people, they took it back from us. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say they took it back from us because they can't take nothing that we own. They just outsmarted us and made us give it back to them. You see what I'm saying?
We'll buy it from you.
Right. We'll buy it from you. So when you buy from me, now you can work for me to get money, and we ain't thinking.
And we still working for them, y'all.
And you still working for them.
Well, some of us.
But we didn't know our value. We didn't know what we can do with all this land. Like, y'all, they was giving us acres of land to have. The ones who were smart enough, who understood it, they kept it, and that's how their generation accumulated inheritance as far as property.
Yep.
The ones who didn't understand it, they were selling it.
Generational wealth.
Exactly.
Arlita is saying, if I want to sell my home and I know I want to sell my home, what should I do to get the maximum amount for my property? And I think Brother Cal touched over that a minute ago by doing your research on the MLS, right?
Yeah.
And also
you could
the
go on Zillow. So let's say like Mrs. Moore, you want to sell your home. Go see what your house is selling for. Actually, real numbers, not what you want to pretend. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't want you to be so emotional hurt that somebody came with and belittled you with a number that you like. It don't make sense. When you understand the game, you understand it may make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, numbers is not going to lie, y'all. They're going to be as solid as it's going to get. So once you understand that the numbers, how you got your numbers, then you can negotiate and talk about, what's going on. If you're in Colorado, anybody in Colorado, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can sell your house. I don't care what type of house you got. Sell your house $20,000 to $30,000 above asking price because we're in the seller market. What that means is, if anybody who got homes and they're a seller, they're a homeowner, you can ask for way more than your house because a lot of buyers, like I said,
it's a bidding war out here.
Exactly. We get all this money, and because we gotta use it or we gotta pay it back. So how do we not pay it back? By buying homes and put people inside of them.
Yep.
So I would give you another 20, 30. Not said me. I'm not doing that. I'm buying properties out of state. I ain't buying nothing in Colorado unless it really makes sense.
It's so overpriced.
Really, I was gonna say that. You might want to go somewhere else to Georgia and get some.
Over in Michigan, we was getting houses for delinquent taxes for $1. Listen to me.
Yeah, $1. in Detroit.
There was a guy who lost his house, y'all, for 98 cents because he didn't pay 3 years of property tax. 98 cents. Another investor came, seen that his taxes was delinquent, and bought that property for 98 cents plus whatever it was cost to, what they charge.
Detroit.
No, now something I might have is a good way if you want to start establishing credit is go down to the courthouses and get the for sales and start looking at the for sales.
They free. It's free.
And it's free. All you gotta do is I think it's the first
I'm taking
Tuesday.
notes from all of
It's
you.
the first Tuesday of every month.
That's the treasurer's office. Go to the treasurer's office.
You can, and what they do is they give you a list of all the foreclosures in your area and all the places that's going up for sale for the following month, and you can go check them out. You can't go inside of them, but you can go look at them, and then you can bid on them in the courthouse from there. I used to do it in Atlanta. So at the county courthouse every Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month.
Is it Tuesday in Colorado as well?
No, we was in front of the courthouse at the Fulton. We were in front of the Fulton courthouse in Atlanta, and I was buying properties.
When you bid on them, when the time where you bid, you gotta have all the cash up.
No, and that's the good thing about it. No, you don't.
Oh wow!
You only have 20%. You only had that. You only have to have 20% of the time of the sale, and then by the time you buy it, by the time you go to buy it, you have to have the full check.
Yeah. Or look, watch this. What people don't understand the power of negotiation. Don't be afraid to ask. When I was going to these auctions, they did say you need to have 20%. So look, if I can give you 20% in terms, and this is where it gets super sweet, I can give you 20% in terms. You give me 90 days to give you the rest of this money. I got $5,000 on me now. I might owe you another $11,000. I got 90 days to give you that $11,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna hustle that up.
You can do that.
Yeah.
They know. First of all, who's watching this? This is the game they're gonna play. You just gave me $5,000, so our $5,000 is good. Even if you don't get it, I'm gonna resell it for whatever I will sell it for anyway. So that's the power of negotiation.
And then what you do is that's knocking out the middleman. Yes. You then are the middleman. That's how you come with the no credit. That's how you do all of that. You go now and you get that's how we do it. So I had to figure out a way to do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. No money. Go to that foreclosure.
Outside that, bro. I left 85 on one of the deals, y'all. I left $85,000 because I didn't understand the terminology and vocabulary of how to do deals the way I was doing them. I had just sold it for $15,000. My assignment sold it for $15,000. They told me I could have made $100,000 off of the deal. After that deal, I went back to the basics.
Never again.
Man, look, never again. You mean to tell me? And so that was part of me understanding.
But that's your process. That's
That's the journey.
Listen, I'll take that type of L.
Right.
You don't
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So that's what I started doing, and I just started using leverage. I just started leveraging every little thing, time, yo, and that's why it's so key to have patience and whatever you're doing, because if you got patience, then you understand the working cash flow of passive income monthly. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping off no money because I know every month I'm getting a certain amount of money every month from this, from this customer, this client, this tenant, whatever the case may be. And I understood that. But then on the back end, I take it to the bank, and the bank is going to cash me out. And that's just all my money. I could go play it off if I want to. But because I'm an investor, I'm going to pay my overhead, right? Pay back my property, my assistants, and then put the rest of the money into what I need to do. And buying other furniture to actually do, fixing it, not fixing and flipping, but just fixing it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We are seriously over our time, guys, but you know how we do. Once we get in that vibe, we are.
I had a question. I'm not.
We're going to go back to the audience because we kind of like, we get deep. You know what I'm saying? We get really, really deep. So Arlita, we are going to be, we do this every week, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Are you guys loving this new platform, this interactive platform? Let us know.
We're hitting the block show. I'm telling y'all this year. If y'all ain't with me, y'all gonna be like, I hate for people to watch me and then they see me get all this. And I hate to say it, but it's money. Y'all see me get all this money and get all this opportunity, and y'all just watch me. Y'all could be a part of this stuff. All y'all gotta do is just be able. I help you do the talking. Like I would do a deal with Miss Kim, and we gonna in this upcoming we're gonna see how yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show Miss Kim how we gonna get creative with this property. This lady want $500,000 for this house, right?
Yeah.
Watch how I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how Miss Kim gonna get this house.
If we find the house for sale.
Yeah.
But look, if you find this is what I've been trying to tell people. If you find a house and I buy or whatever I gotta do, I give y'all a nice little commission.
Matthew said, my boy definitely dropping that gas. That's exactly what he does.
This whole neighborhood and put my people in it.
And we can do that.
Well, how's that a time?
They ain't changed. The money really is already printed. You're right,
They've been around since the 50s.
I mean, I Airbnb the hell out of them houses.
Arlika, Mrs. Moore, I hope I'm not
It's not a rough
chopping up your
neighborhood.
name, but yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Matthew
right around
Tubbs, you got it. You said real estate is definitely not risky with a solid strategy in place. It's not risky, right? As long as you have a solid strategy in place, totally. We are having a rap session here tonight. Next week, y'all bring your wine, your drinks, your dinner, because we might go overtime. Okay.
So look, shout out real quick. I don't know if you're watching or you may look at it again. Matt Tubbs, look, that's one of my great guys. He's an investor down in Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
If you are in Youngstown, Ohio, and you're looking for properties, Matt Tubbs he's an investor who knows how to wholesale. Me and him did some stuff. Me and him was doing stuff together. And it's on video. Matt is a good guy you want to connect with that actually knows what he's talking about and can get you a house, whether you want to buy it or you want to sell it. Get in contact with Matt Tubbs down in Youngstown, Ohio. It's several other people for sure.
And he said he was able. He said he was able to fire his job through real estate. It saved his life. He loves the freedom that he has now. Talk about time, freedom. I'm
loving around Escalades and all that. I've been telling him I got to get an Escalade.
Okay.
And he was unemployed. Yep, he was. That's a true story. He was.
Yep. And then Arlita says no. She wants to know what she needs to upgrade first in her home. Actually, I asked, that's a good question, Arlita, because that's what I asked Calvin. I had him view my house first. I really don't want to sell my property, but if we can get an additional $120,000, that house. Here's your home. When you were moving. So I personally,
that makes sense.
Wait,
you still got to pay them, and still you got to think like.
But personally,
walk around with 20,000.
Yeah. I wanted to do some upgrades and stuff to resell my house, but we're in Colorado. It'll sell with the hinges off. You know what I'm saying?
But if you upgrade it, it would. But watch this. Let's say you don't have the money to upgrade it. You can do this. There's certain things you can do. It's called HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit.
As long as you have a good credit.
Yeah. Now you're gonna need some credit. You know what I mean? The better credit is, they will give you anywhere between 61 to 85% loan to value (LTV). And that's pretty much whatever your house is worth. Why? Because they got you getting the equity out of the house. So now you're getting the house for the equity. So they got to at least keep 10 to 15 to 20% of equity inside the house, just in case anything mess up. They can fall back on that number, the banks. But yeah, you can go get a HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit, and then you start using that money that they get. It's going to be a credit card. Mm-hmm. They give you a credit card, and you use that credit card to fix up your houses, or just get a construction loan.
Are we understanding this question? That she wants to know what she needs to upgrade first in your home.
She's saying if you were to go,
are you trying to sell your home?
Like the bathrooms or the kitchen, which one do you do first?
Kitchens and bathrooms is what sells homes. Kitchens and bathrooms.
That's what I look at first.
Right, and it is. It's because you got to think the kitchen. If you can keep your kitchen and your bathroom clean, we know you're a cool person. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all means, you do the most work in them two. Either you cook
or shit. Certification system. I used to be calling people on them shit at a collection job. They ain't putting like $5 to $10,000 in your house.
All the big ones underneath the sink.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do, Mrs. Moore. I would check out. My first thing I would do, if you got a basement, see if the basement is finished. They love finished basements. That's not really a make or break, but a make or break to actually help you sell your home is the kitchen and the bathroom for sure. And what I would do is probably pretty much update like the tiles, and it's super easy. Go to Home Depot, Lowe's, and stuff like that. You can update the tiles yourself. That's pretty easy. Do the floor, and then the walls. No here and there. You ain't even gotta do the sink. I mean, you ain't gotta do none of that. Just do make it look pretty good, and then say you did it. And when you got the receipt and everything, and they see that it was brand new, that might help your house another $5,000 to $10,000 right there.
Cosmetics.
Yep. That's what we call it, cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, like cosmetics.
Awesome.
Just a little bit. You know,
tap in. The frequency.
Oh, definitely streaming with us every morning. 2 Coffee and Cream, 10 in the morning till noon. Y'all hang out with us.
Yep, I'm actually about to HELOC. See, Matt is about to HELOC his house, so he about to get a home equity line of credit to be able to do whatever he wants to.
Matthew, this is my question. First of all, if I'm looking to start something, going out of town and starting from here, tell me what the marijuana laws are. because like a smoke shop or a dispensary or something like that would be something I would look into if I'm a small business owner that got a couple of thousands back from stimulus or something like that. Look into other areas, low income for stuff like that, and then go from there. Like, what are the rules? Because you can open a smoke shop or you can open something small like that and then start making some money, having a few people come in. We do it all the time in Colorado. Have a few people coming in and you got a business going.
So are you asking what's the difference between a commercial property and a?
Well, I was actually asking Matthew if that would be something like he would look into, with that being a hell lock or whatever. Yeah, would that be something for like a small business option?
I don't even know, has Ohio legalized?
That's what I'm asking.
If
it
is. That's, see, we on and popping, Matthew. Where are you, bro? Hit me up.
Legalized now.
This is what I'm saying. Take advantage of the marijuana being legal for us this way.
Right here.
But that's why you get. That's why you become the middleman. Become the middleman and make them connections, because we have a lot of those in Colorado.
Yeah.
So we just started a few businesses for people somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use that.
I see where you're going.
You can use that literally.
Yeah, you know, because it's your money, right?
Yeah, it's your money, and you only pay back what you use. So if they give you 50,000, you only use 5,000, you only pay back 5,000, and it's like a credit card. Once you pay that 5,000 for life, you still got that $50,000 limit. You see what I'm saying? You pay that back, you got that. So that's a good way to actually get some money and keep buying properties too. And these is all in the system that we don't know. Like your house is supposed to make you money. I don't care what type of house you got. You could go pull out money from your house. Right. You can't go do that with cars or anything else. You could do that with houses.
I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. When I lost my job, I got behind on my mortgage, so that made my credit plummet a little bit.
I know that.
So when I lost my job and I had to use all my credit cards, plus I'm missing mortgage payments, then the damn pandemic hit, y'all. So anyway, neither here nor there. My credit score dropped. So here I am. I was in a house, and now I can't even refinance my own home. To me, it seems like it was designed that way. You know what I'm saying? It's designed that way so that they could come and snatch our homes off from under us. I'm thinking, I bought my house. I don't need credit no more. You do, because now you're stuck in a home, and with low credit score, you still can't do nothing with it. You know? So the best thing to do, I hurried up and got my credit score back up. I'm like, no, y'all not doing that to me.
You want to keep anything longevity, get your credit for sure.
For
like
sure.
You said, you got to think wholesaling. You can do that as long as you want to, without no credit, with credit, however you want to do it. But then at a certain period of time, you want to expand your business, because I'm going to tell you, wholesaling, you only making a nice little bit. I'm the one making all the money for real. Like, I'm making shit tons of money, while you only you middleman it, and it's cool. It's without no credit. It's without no money, little to no money, and it's without any loans. So that's pretty much like the smartest, safest way to get in. But if you want to stand and really make some money,
get your money and buy.
Get your money and your credit.
And Matt said it, like, you got to start exercising the power of assets and liabilities. The first thing we do is, when we get money, is we go buy these new Jordans, these new hairdos and tennis shoes and makeup stuff and all that. That's liability. So now you just wasted your power. You just wasted your power in liabilities. And liabilities is something that take away from your pocket. But if you was to go and buy a vending machine, an ATM is only $2,200 to $2,500, depending on if they got to bring it to you. When you go buy ATM machine, you can set your own interest rate on that. And now people are gonna pay for convenience. So all I was doing when I got this ATM, I went to places that needed them. Strip clubs needed them. You see what I'm saying? And my convenience is $7. When everybody else is $3.50, I'm charging you $7. And guess what? You're gonna pay. Why? Because convenience. It ain't nothing else open. I need the money. I'm gonna pay $7. So off of that $7, I'm getting $5 of them, and the bank is getting $1.50.
Matthew said he's going to get back with you guys on
ATMs are so cold. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I'm getting ready to get me a watch what I get in. I'm getting ready to have a vending machine in here. Yeah, just on VP, because I have people come here all the time. We're getting a vending machine in here.
Convenience. Every now and then. It's low maintenance. It ain't like they mess up your electricity. None of that. First thing I was doing for my kids, give them all vending machines. Take them to Sam's Club. Got a Sam's Club account. I'll go ahead and get your little things going on.
We discussed like 3 businesses so far, like 4 or 5.
I got a lot of businesses that will help you get money, y'all. Like, I got ways to get your passive.
Exactly. Give them all the game.
Right. Because we're already over our time and everything.
Okay.
But I got to join next week.
Yes.
Bring somebody, and then I give y'all something else. So each time y'all bring somebody, you let me know who you brought, I give you a different tip.
Absolutely. And if you guys put in your email address in the comments, I got a freebie for you. That freebie is going to be about financial literacy this week. So it's strictly about financial literacy, which is going to help you to get your mindset together as far as building wealth. So yeah, go ahead and drop your emails in the comment, and I will get your information.
If you're an investor and you look for cash buyers or you look for other little deals, look, I'm ready to buy more properties right now, no matter where you're at. If you in Colorado, I want to buy that. Unless we're going to partner up, JV. But if you're anywhere else in the world, pass this along. I will give y'all my information. I'm ready to buy houses. I got it. I ain't gonna tell how much.
And Matthew, come on, let's make this happen.
He don't just buy houses, he buy neighborhoods.
Yeah, I buy neighborhoods. Neighborhoods. Yeah.
So you guys, I'm gonna answer the last few of these little, not little, they're big comments, because we appreciate all of your time. We even appreciate you guys hanging overtime with us, which means a lot. It means that you're hungry, and it means that we're feeding you, because if we were giving you something you didn't like, you wouldn't be here, right? So everybody that actually needs to be here is in the building tonight. So for that, we want to thank you.
Right, what's up, y'all? Paying attention.
Okay, so
hustling. Hey, look, hustling in the street is getting old. Let me tell you something, man. I knew OGs. What's going on, Rob? I knew OGs that been hustling for 30, 40 years, and they still ain't got $10,000 saved up.
Good, Matthew.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't never had no job. They can't get a job. They ain't look for no job, and they looking at me like, bro, how can I get king? How can I go ahead and establish some money? I'm gonna teach you how to go to buy these houses.
I'll be getting that information out to you. Thank you. You guys, do you guys want to stay on a little while longer? Or
I got to go to the comedy club. I got to do a show today. I will be performing. You know, I'm a comedian. No,
Stop playing for real.
You got to go to the comedy club. I get tickets. I got to go to the comedy club.
Tonight?
Yeah, Looney's. Yeah, I get tickets all that.
Oh, you know what? I thought you meant comedy because it was
Okay,
Brian.
So
what up, Brian Sullivan is actually at the Loonies. He's always performing. Shout out to him. That's the man, right?
Brian is.
Yeah, Sullivan. That's our friend. Yeah. Shout out. So we coming out there. We gonna be hanging out with him.
So y'all go.
All right, we going.
Hey, we are in every Thursday, right? Every Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you Eastern time, 8 o'clock your time. It's 6 o'clock Mountain time. We may actually, we may actually move up the time. If we do, just be checking our Facebooks, and then we'll let y'all know. But I appreciate everybody tapping in and just just get an education, y'all. You know what I mean? Just please don't just hear us. Actually follow and do. And I promise y'all, I can promise. That's why this is promise. I can promise y'all, I'll stand on my word. Y'all see the manifestations.
Absolutely, promise property. We promise. So yes, once again, we are signing off. This is Kim's Credit Leverage, where I teach you how to leverage what you have in order to get what you want.
Mrs. Lady Latina, y'all.
Lady.
It's the frequency.
Yes, it is.
All right, we got E40.
420.
420.
What
E40, 420.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm talking about when I'm with you.
I think Oakland or Compton, he cold.
Look, everybody stop for a minute, like, where's E40 at? Because if he was in here, they do be doing, we got I call him the invisible,
our engineer.
Back there, you can hear him always with us.
So let's give it up for.
And then I got Gaddafi over here. He was doing the ones and twos for us.
Gaddafi, say hey.
What up, though? I'm multitasking.
All right.
We build it.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time. Love each and every one of you. Good night.
No, I know that.